Hey there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, and today a YouTuber named Autumn had recently created a video about this character called Sonic the Hedgehog, and today I wanted to actually look at the video because it's about Sonic not having electricity powers and actually having wind powers. I know, the common sentiment. Anyway, let's begin.
Sonic being like the wind is sort of a buzzword that gets thrown around a lot in discussion of the character.
How can it be a buzzword if it's true? God damn it. God damn it. Damn you, buzzword usage. Damn you.
And I can understand being confused about what exactly that means. The symbolism is used quite frequently throughout the franchise, but it's simultaneously easy enough to tune out that I've seen people thinking it's a thing that originated in Black Knight. But trust me, once you start thinking about it, you notice it everywhere.
Yes, they get it. The wind is all around us. It's all around us, man. The wind is all around us. There's nowhere where the wind can't go. Between your cracks, under mountains, into the deep tunnels of the down below, in the water. The wind is everywhere.
To list a few examples of Sonic being associated with the wind, just so everyone's on the same page. Sonic's plane is called the Tornado, Sonic's attack in Sonic Adventure 2 is called Sonic Wind, in Sonic Heroes, Sonic spins around quickly to generate a small tornado for his blue tornado attack. In Sonic Rush, when Blaze asks Stream to describe Sonic, she says he's like the wind. In Sonic 06, Elise comments that she can feel Sonic's presence in the wind to say that he's still alive. In Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic states that his only master is the wind that flows free. In Sonic Generations, his character bio states, like the wind, he's always on the move. And in Chow Tales, the camera sticks on a shot of him running past to show the wind that followed. Hell, the Mary Garnet origin story, Sonic's original Japanese origin, had the man who inspired the character of Sonic in-universe work on a project named Blue Gale, which had the goal of being the first plane to break the sound barrier. This has been a thing since the very beginning. Also, vaguely related, the Sonic title emblem is inspired by an airline badge to this very origin story. So great, Sonic is commonly associated with the wind, but what connection do they share?
The connection is clearly that they're both related to ass. They're both ass pulls. Oh my god. It's like pulling the ribbon out of your ass like you're one of those magicians. You know, you pull it and you just pulling the ribbons out of your throat. Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's actually coming out of your ass.
Well, aside from Sonic being simply like the wind in the sense that it flows freely as he does, they also share a sort of cause and effect relationship. Sonic runs past, and that, of course, is followed by a breeze.
Oh my god. Okay, let's predict what they're gonna say next. They're gonna say Sonic's abilities are all natural, so they shouldn't have anything because they're not powers. And I'm going to vehemently disagree with that. Oh my god. You don't know how much I just disagree with that.
My favorite example of wind symbolism is his first appearance in 06, where he runs circles around Elise and Eggman, seemingly appearing from a whirlwind, which causes the NPCs to describe it as the blue wind appearing. It almost makes Sonic seem like something mythical, something that appears when the blue wind blows. But what I like about it, and this ties into the problem with Sonic being an electrokinetic, is that it's completely natural.
Oh my god, I was right. Oh my god, all hail me, I was right. Okay, so let's make this very clear. So there's this thing called the Master Emerald that's been on Earth for like millions of years. That thing has connected to all the species on the planet in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So what I'm saying is that everything on the planet has been mutated in some way, shape, or form. We don't know how humans are affected by that, by the way. We have no idea if they're even able to harness chaos energy. From the looks of it, they aren't, which is strange, but all the animals on the planet have gotten mutated. They've either grown bigger or they've become anthropomorphic, and what this means is that Sonic's abilities are only natural because he's on a planet where the Master Emerald caused a mutation in his body. He is not natural. He's natural by circumstance, not natural by choice.
Sonic isn't practicing aerokinesis, but he can create gusts of wind by simply moving quickly. Sonic doesn't really have any sort of special powers. He's completely natural, and yet still matches or exceeds the power of the world's greatest feats of science. And frankly, that's a major part of what sets him apart, isn't it? Also, I know someone's going to mention his Sonic Wind move from Adventure 2 as an example of straight-up aerokinesis, but I think that's a thing where you kinda need to separate a game mechanic from what a character can actually do. In my eyes, they just needed to give Sonic some equivalent to Shadow's Chaos Spear that was thematically connected to him.
So Autumn isn't completely wrong, okay? Let's make this very clear. The reason why Sonic can use his Aerokinesis abilities is because he tapped into chaos energy and decided, hey, let's turn thoughts into power this way. The reason why he did that was because Shadow the Hedgehog has the ability to control time, shoot chaos spears, and do all that without an emerald. Having the emerald causes him to be able to do that for longer distances, shoot more chaos spears, and even boost off at the speed of the Flash. But Sonic did not have that ability. That's why he was using his Chaos Emerald that he had that was fake and has the same wavelength and properties in order to counter Shadow's Chaos abilities. Because when not doing it, he quite literally just gets into a standstill with Shadow and he would not have won at all.
So no, I don't think Sonic can just innately control the air around him unless we're arguing Amy has the ability to stop time on her own. But anyways, that's precisely why electricity as an element for Sonic just doesn't work for me. Especially for the main canon Sonic. Look, Movie Sonic is a completely different guy from main Sonic, and his speed functions differently. It's not something normal. He's explicitly stated to have powers. Powers that can be harnessed, toggled on at will, which is a far cry from main Sonic's natural abilities. And you know what? That's all fine. He can be a different guy, he's in a different continuity.
Okay, we're gonna be a little bit bad faith. We're gonna be a bit bad faith with this one, okay? A little bit bad faith. I'm gonna be bad faith. Okay, this is bad faith. Sonic can't walk normally? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying Sonic can't walk normally? Are you saying Sonic has to run infinitely? Is that what you're saying? I don't think that's what you're saying. I'm being bad faith. I'm being bad faith, but he's so wrong. She is so wrong. She's just so wrong. She is just so wrong. It's peculiar because everybody knows that Sonic only exists because of the mutation of the Master Emerald, which causes him to have his powers. It is a power. It's only not considered a power because he was born with it. But then would you not consider the X-Men people with powers? Is Quicksilver from the X-Men not a superhero because he was born with his abilities?
I might think it's a poor adaptation, but that's neither here nor there. But this becomes a problem when you try to apply his electrokinesis to the main Sonic, which we've now seen twice in promotional material. The Sonic X Shadow Generations launch trailer and the 35th anniversary celebration video.
Not seeing him not use something is not the same as him not having it. So, let's be very clear about this. When we're talking about chaos energy comes in the form of electrical charges. That's usually how chaos energy works. Chaos energy comes from the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald affects everything on the planet. There are multiple examples of when there's chaos energy involved with something, it does have static charges in some way, shape, or form. Remember, just because Tails' tails can spin doesn't mean that he's spinning them fast enough for them to cause electrical charges, just like Sonic running. If Sonic was running fast enough, he'd be more like electricity and he would actually be running faster than normal because of the electricity coming from his body. In fact, Surge is an anomaly because for all intents and purposes, Surge should be faster than she currently is.
I've also seen some people say he has electrical effects in the Shadow Generations cutscene where he fights Shadow, and I can kinda see it, but I think there's also reasonable room for doubt that it's just the standard boost effect, so I don't know, make of it what you will. The thing with giving Game Sonic Movie Sonic's electrokinesis is that it kind of makes it seem as though Sonic isn't all natural. Like he's got some sort of superpowers or something, which makes Sonic less unique.
Wait, what do you mean less unique? Do you think that every speedster has a lightning effect? Quicksilver doesn't have a lightning effect. He's like one of the most popular speedsters ever. He consistently appears in X-Men shit. I don't know why every Sonic fan thinks that the Flash is the only speedster out there. And most of the other electric speedsters are so unpopular that they aren't even talked about very much. The only ones that I've seen talked about other than like the Flash is something called Nobody. Do you know who the fuck Nobody is?
I know, these are far from major appearances. It's an outsourced animation and a social media promotional video that probably didn't go that high up the ladder at Sega. It's not like it's an appearance in a major game. I just wanted to make this video so people can understand why people are opposed to Sonic having electricity as an element, and why I hope this doesn't reach the games. Also, I've seen some people parroting the line from Sonic Adventure, where Tikal says that Super Sonic can transform into a bolt of lightning as he reaches high speeds. And while I understand the point, I think the distinction from Base and Super Sonic is really important here. Chaos energy has been depicted as electric many times in the past, so I'd argue that's a trait of Supersonic specifically.
No, it's not! No! No, you've come to the wrong conclusion! No! Everything on Earth is the way it is because of chaos energy. If Sonic naturally runs at high speeds, he should have a lightning effect based on current lore. No!
For a similar reason, I don't take issue with the electricity effects in Frontiers, since that's a byproduct of the cyber energy Sonic takes on throughout the game. Anyways, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I think Sonic's wind symbolism is cool, especially since it's one of the longest standing influences of his original origin, which I'd otherwise assume is long forgotten. Personally, I think it'd be a shame if it were overshadowed by something that, at least to me, is contradictory to the character's very fundamentals.
Adam created a very great video here. It encapsulates a lot of things that are wrong with the Sonic fandom and a lot of things that are right with the Sonic fandom. Remember, not all my takes are correct, not all their takes are correct. Do not harass anybody. Have a great day, like, subscribe, thanks, and remember, life is like a lemon. Don't make lemonade, just put them into your eyes or something.